Hey, what's going on, everybody? Let me just make sure I can be heard. Sometimes you never know with this equipment. Um, okay, it's on. Real quick, I'm just going to do a really quick video. I'm running a little late, kind of in preparation for the not charity auction, affordable auction tonight. It's going to be the last affordable auction of the year, you guys. After today, the next 3 weeks, we're going to get into auctions, but all the proceeds will be going to charity. So let me go ahead and kind of plug that real quick. We are now in full swing for our second annual 2019 comic book community charity auction for the Hero Initiative. I got some guest appearances that are going to be lined up this week. One is from the development director of the Hero Initiative, Christina. She helped us out last year. She's going to help us out again. And I got a few other that I'm actually working on to have lined up. But that being said, you guys are not going to want to miss this. It was a great time last year. We raised over $10,000. I'm really hoping to be able to do the same thing this year, but we'll see. If you guys have any interest in donating an item, a book, a slab, mini run, original art, pops, whatever the case may be, just email me. Email me at strictlycomics@gmail, comics with an X, and we'll talk through there. And the only thing I really need is just a picture and your commitment to send the item off once it sells. And any other questions that you may have concerning that, you can just email me. I'll give you my phone number. We can talk directly if you want to do that too. I don't have a problem with that. But we are in full swing, people. A week from today, we are going to be into the charity auction for the next 3 weeks after that. So 2 to 3 weeks after that. So it's going to be really, really good stuff. Now for tonight, affordable auction, which will be our last one, is tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. We'll continue the affordable auctions after the charity auctions, so sometime in January. And so basically, you guys are still going to get the bid on stuff and buy stuff. It's just, right now, the money goes to the sellers, but in the next few weeks, money is going to be going to charity. So that's really the only difference. Not a big deal. So let me go ahead and show you guys what potentially may be in the affordable auction tonight. Haven't had a whole lot of luck with original art, and I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try maybe a cheaper page. This is, again, Mark Bagley pencils, and it says Hennessy inks. I don't have a picture at the moment, but I'll try to get a full, the colored final product of this actual page. And what it is, it's from Armor War number 0. It's from the Toys R Us Armor War. I think Toys R Us was, you could only get this book from Toys R Us. I don't know if it was Armor War 0. I thought it was Armor War half. I could be wrong, but what it is it looks like Armor War with an older version of Iron Man and Thor, like a Thor armored. And then you got this this close-up of what looks like the Thor Iron Man. So I didn't read Armor War, but I'm such a huge Mark Bagley fan that anything that I could afford at the time, I wanted it. I love Mark Bagley. I know everybody wants him to draw Spider-Man, but to have something that was published, I was totally fine with, because it's a one of a kind. It's kind of historic in my opinion. So I went ahead and bought this from him, but I'm willing to part ways from it if somebody is interested. Just original pencils and original inks. This is not a print, you guys. It's an original art piece. Let me go ahead and see who's in the chat. Oh, Exile Stay. What's up, Justin? Just kind of showing off some stuff, man, really, really quick, what could be in the auction tonight. So I got a lot of slabs, and a lot of these slabs are going to go for, I'm going to start out at super, super cheap, you guys. Captain America 359. I got this slab because I thought it was the first appearance of Crossbones, and I think you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. It may be more like a cameo, but I sent it in hoping it would come back at 9.8, and it didn't. I don't see any reason why it should not have. It's got one teeny little hairline tick, but maybe it's my fault. Maybe I should have sent it in a different time. What's up, Huggably Soft? What's up, Huggably Soft? That's a cool name, by the way. So I have that. This may end up. I don't know. This is just what was kind of like a nostalgic, sentimental piece to me. Batman 492. This is the start of Nightfall, but it's the Platinum Edition. So I'm gonna start this off as super, super cheap. This is the Platinum Edition. I thought it was gonna come back in 9.4. I just kind of took a shot at it. It had some scratches on the cover, which I could not press out, but it came back in 9.6. So if anybody loves that Nightfall, here's your opportunity maybe to get up on a Platinum version. And then these are gonna go really, really cheap. I'm going to sell. I got half of the 12-issue run of Crisis on Infinite Earths. They're all 9/8s. CGC 9/8, Crisis on Infinite Earths #1. Crisis on Infinite Earths #5. They're all 9/8s, you guys. Every single one of them. Crisis on Infinite Earths #9. Now, I know that people do just want the keys. That kind of gets under my skin because I'm like, we used to enjoy comic books not because it was a first appearance or a key, but we enjoyed it because how it made us feel, the story, the artwork, the smell of the book, all that good stuff. And I feel like it's kind of, I don't know if I'd say evolve or devolve, but people seem to only really care about keys. And that's actually part of the reason why I don't show off a lot of my collection, because I wouldn't get any views, because a lot of my collection consists of like just 80s and 90s filler and runs and stuff like that. Not a lot of keys. It's just you enjoy reading what you enjoy reading. But I got a lot of the Crisis on Infinite Earths, half of the 12-issue run. If you're looking to complete all 12 issues in a 9/8, this is your opportunity to get half of them really, really cheap. And they're all 9/8. This is number 10. I think they're all white pages too. I'm pretty sure. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that they're all white pages. Yeah, there you go. Justin says Crisis starts on the tonight on the CW show. I had no idea, so this is perfect timing, right? I knew it was coming up, but I just had no idea when, and I figured maybe this would be a good opportunity to try to show them. Here's number 11. So you have a run. You got 9 all the way through 12, and they're all 9/8s. Guys, I'm going to start these off really, really cheap, and they appear to all be white pages too. I may throw this in. I don't know how rare this is. It's a newsstand, and it's just an earlier Azrael appearance pre-Nightfall, Batman 488 to 9.8, and it's just a newsstand. Anybody knows, newsstands did not sell in as high numbers as a direct edition. So when I had this, it was such high grade. And again, this is just personal, sentimental. I'll probably start out at a reasonable price. If it doesn't sell, fine. I don't mind keeping it because I would ultimately like to get a lot of the Nightfall stuff slab because that was actually when I first started getting into comic books, was all the Nightfall stuff, and that was the end of it, or the beginning of it, however you want to look at it. And I'm really thinking that this is going to be in the auction tonight. I'm going to see what happens with this. I'll show this one more time. Adventure Comics number 346, CBCS 6.0. It's already been cleaned and pressed. It's not going to get any better than this unless you can find a way to get it yellow labeled through CGC, and then it'll probably get a higher grade. But it's signed by Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid. Yes, the Karate Kid that we remember from Daniel-san and Mr. Miyagi and wax on, wax off, up, down, side to side, all that good stuff. And from Cobra Kai. I got him to sign this, Ralph Macchio, because this is the first appearance of the Karate Kid in comics. I know it doesn't really have anything to do with him and his on-screen persona, but it has to do with just his correlation to the name, the Karate Kid. So I totally wanted to get him to sign this, and I want to get him to sign a copy of the Karate Kid #1. They did an ongoing series which came out a little bit after this, but Ralph Macchio is going to be in Houston next month, so I'm looking to get a higher grade copy of this and get him to sign that, because I was really hoping that this would have came like between a 7 and an 8, and then I would have been fine with that, but it didn't. So, but anyways, this will probably be up for sale tonight if anybody is interested. So that's all that I have. Let me just go over one last time real quick. Tonight, you guys, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, it is going to be our last affordable auction number 16 of the year. And then immediately the following week, we're going to get into the comic book community charity auction for the Hero Initiative. It's going to be starting an hour earlier, and I got some guest appearances lined up. I'm trying to get Legend out of retirement. I think he's going to host at least the first hour with me. We'll see what happens with that. But everything is going to be starting at 99 cents, you guys, and 100% of these proceeds are going to charity once everybody gets their items, and once everybody once we collect all the money, and once everybody receives their items and everybody gets their items sent out. Joe, there is an artist called Ralph Macchio, but it's not the same Ralph Macchio that we know from the Karate Kid. So yeah, I think he was an editor too, but I also think he was a storyteller or a writer as well. So but don't want this video to be too long, everybody. I will see you guys actually in just a few hours. Thorough is going to be joining us. XL State's going to be joining us. Hudat's going to be joining us. Roman Curtis is going to be joining us. And I have a list here. Oh, Amazing Murphinator is going to be joining us. Those guys will be joining us. They'll be on the panel tonight selling some really good stuff. So not only just what I showed you guys, but you already know how they are. They're going to have some really good stuff as well. So we don't know what they're going to pull out of the hat. So definitely be by to check that out. All right, that's it, everybody. Have a great Sunday. I'll see you later this evening. Bye, everyone.